So as you can see, I've got a bunch of empty whiskey bottles. I keep them around so I can try to figure out what whiskeys I enjoyed, which ones I would buy again, and which ones I just really regretted buying in the first place. So I thought, why not do an episode on this and give you a quick whiskey review riff for each of these bottles. Let's do this. Welcome to Whisky Riffs. I'm Kevin, and today we're going to do some whiskey review riffs, which basically is, I have a bunch of empties, as I showed you in the intro, the big old box. They pile up after a while. That's not all from the pandemic. I actually have those from before. I think I have those from, a lot of them were really close to empty before the pandemic. So I didn't just binge on all these bottles. They just happen to be close to empty. Anyway, I'm going to go through and do these quick reviews of each one. And I borrowed this idea, mildly was inspired by, may have stolen the idea completely from Aquavitae, who he's got a great whiskey channel. I'll put a link in the description below. You need to go there and watch his recycled reviews, which are great and which have inspired me to purchase a lot of the whiskeys that I enjoy today. So I'm doing a take on that because I have all these empties and I really like to categorize them in basically 5 different categories, which is, are they a favorite dram of mine? Is it something that I just love and I'm always going to get, even if it's a little pricey, I like it so much that I'm going to make sure that I reorder it. Or is it just something that I enjoy and it's a regular reorder? It's probably a great value whiskey, so I don't have to worry too much about the price. So those ones I just keep in stock because they're just easy, they're affordable. There's other ones that are whiskeys I like, but they have to be the right price. Now, there are some whiskeys that I have, I don't know how many I have in this bundle, but there's a couple other categories where it's a one and done. Like I bought them and sure, it was okay, but I'm probably not going to buy it again. It either was overpriced for what I got out of the whiskey, or it just wasn't that great. You know, sometimes whiskeys are average, and I have a lot of whiskeys I like, so why bother with the average ones? And the last category of mine is just, why did I buy this? Never again. I don't know even why I got it in the first place. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe it just came to me and I tried it and I'm like, oh, geez, just don't like it. I rarely buy full bottles that I don't like, but sometimes I'm part of whiskey services that send me monthly bottles or every other month. And sometimes you get something you just don't love. They're probably not in this bundle because these are empties. So let's go ahead and dig into the box here and see what I have. Now, I'm not picking these in any order. Just right on top. And the corks on bottles. Oh, this is a nice tight cork. This is a Laphroaig PX Cask. This was not easy. Oh, good noise. And still wet. I always save my corks, by the way. That's what I was starting to say. I love saving the corks of whiskey bottles because these things break. And there's nothing worse than having a $100 bottle of whiskey and you pull that cork off and it just is destroyed. And you have to save a lot of them because every single whiskey distillery has a different size, a different shape, a different cork. So I just throw them in a little bin. So I always save these. Laphroaig PX Cask, I really enjoyed this. Unfortunately, and there's some in here still. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. How is there still some in there? This is a travel exclusive though. So I probably won't get this unless I'm traveling again, going through an airport where you get those duty-free shops. But I do like this and I thought it was a good value for the price, especially at a 1 liter bottle and 48% ABV. So this is one of my if it's the right price, I will definitely get it. So that's a right price regular. I don't know how I'm arranging this yet. Let's grab another one here. Redbreast 12. This is one of my regular reorders. I love Redbreast 12. It's a great Irish whiskey. There's nothing high end about it, except that it's a pretty nice pot still Irish whiskey and worth having around. So I try to have these in my cabinet when I can, and after a while I tend to say, I don't have Redbreast 12. So this is one of my regular reorders. It's 40% ABV, which is really low for what I normally buy whiskeys, but it is such a nice, pleasant whiskey that it's a regular reorder for me. I will definitely grab that one whenever I can, because it's usually a pretty good price too. It's not that expensive. I gotta recycle this. This is actually gonna get recycled. I promise I won't do that with every bottle of whiskey. You don't need to see me drinking whiskey. Okay, next up, Eagle Rare, Kentucky Straight Bourbon. This is one of my favorite bourbons because it is affordable. It's got a little extra flavor to it. It's like Buffalo Trace boosted up just a little bit, and it's 45% ABV. I will definitely have this around. I would say this is one of my favorites. I think Redbreast kind of goes in the favorites category, and this is probably more of a regular reorder. So I would say this is a favorite. It's a regular reorder. I'll definitely grab this when I can. Why am I not emptying these? Okay, I said I wouldn't do that. I did it again. Yeah, it's a really nice bourbon. So this is one of my regular reorders. Call the Redbreast a favorite. What else we got in here? What's this? Lagavulin 16. This is definitely, wow, that is a good cork. Yikes. Lagavulin 16, Islay Scotch whiskey, 16 years, 43% ABV. This is one of my favorites. I will always get this and have it in my cabinet. Even if the price is a little bit high on it, it's one of those, I just really like having Lagavulin in my cabinet. So this is going to be one of my favorite drams. The Lore is a really nice blend. So if I can get a good price on it, I will definitely repurchase this one. I don't know if I'm always going to keep this around as a regular, but at the right price, I will definitely grab the Lore. That's a really good whiskey. Now this one's unique. This is, when you see Alexander Murray and Company, it's more of a special bottling. This is a cask strength Bruichladdich Distillery 12-year single malt. So it's a 2005 distilled. I liked it. I don't know if I loved it. I don't know if it was worth hunting down again. Probably not. So anything from Bruichladdich, I generally like. And if I could get this again, I certainly will. But it's pretty hard to get because I think this was just something I had at K&L Wines or something that was on the shelf. I saw it and said, sure, why not? Bruichladdich. That's a very good Scotch. Maybe that, no, I probably can't get this. So that's the problem. So I like this, but it can't be a regular reorder because it's just not that available. If it was, but it keeps me in the Bruichladdich camp. Love Bruichladdich. Booker's. Booker's is one of those bourbons that is a little special. This one is a 62.95% alcohol by volume. It's an intense small batch bourbon, really nice. I enjoy it. It's gotten a little pricey. So I have an extra bottle. This is not my only one. Would I buy it again? Sure. I do enjoy Booker's, but I'm not going to pay a lot for it. If I can get it for, I don't know, $50, $60 a bottle, yes. If I have to pay $80 or $90 a bottle, no, it's too much. So this is one of those, at the right price, sure, I'll try and get that again. Ardbeg Uigeadail. This is a favorite dram of mine. Uigeadail is always one of my favorites. I've got to have this around all the time. And when I don't have an Uigeadail in my cabinet, I get very upset. It's like, oh, I thought I had an Ugie. I don't have any in there. Ardbeg, one of my favorite distilleries. You obviously know that if you watch any of my other episodes. And the Uigeadail, because it has that sherry finish on it, and because it's a lovely 54.2% ABV, it's a nice high proof on it. Yeah, it's just, it gives me the whole Isle of smoke, Isle of campfire, but that nice sweetness from the sherry cask ending. Yeah, love this whiskey. This is a favorite dram. I will always have this around. There's nothing in there. Price on it is usually pretty good. I don't usually have to worry about that. So I will get it anytime I can. And if I'm out, it's a regular reorder. It's a favorite. Teeling. Now, Teeling whiskey is from Ireland, and it is a really nice distillery. It's pretty new. It was out of business for years and then recently brought back to life. And I love what they're doing at Teeling. They have a lot of different expressions. And this one is their chestnut finish distillery exclusive. So odds are I'm not getting this exact bottle again unless I head back over to Dublin, which that's where I got this one. And I will head over to Dublin. That's nothing wrong about that. I definitely would love to do that. I don't know if I'm going to get this specific bottle again. I'm very into trying the other Teeling whiskeys. So I recommend Teeling. I love their whiskeys. But I probably won't get the distillery exclusive unless it just happens to be there when I'm there, which is a awful nice thing to be able to do. Stop at a distillery, pick up a whiskey. What else we got in here? Bunnahabhain. Now, Bunnahabhain 12. Whoa, that is a dried out cork. That is not even working at all. Bunnahabhain, it's not one of the whiskeys that I strive for. I used to love it, and then I got into so many other whiskeys. I might have to go back in and try the 12 again. I can't remember what I liked or didn't like about it so much, and this one, because of the dry cork, is giving me nothing. This bottle is bone dry, so I can't even get a nose on it. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to try it again. This is probably one of those right price repurchase. If I get a good price on Bunnahabhain, I will definitely take a look at it and give it another go. Oh, so another Ardbeg Corryvreckan. Now the Corryvreckan, and this is an okay cork. It's kind of dried out. Corryvreckan is a lovely, lovely expression from Ardbeg. I really enjoy it. It's got a lot of pepper and a lot of dark fruits. It's really intense. I think the ABV's up there, yeah. 57.1% ABV. So this is a nice kick. If you like smoky, peaty Islay whiskies with a lot of oomph to them, Corryvreckan is a really great whiskey. Highly recommend it. It's a little pricier, but it's one of those, if I can get it, I probably will get it. I like to have a lot of Ardbegs around, and this is one of my favorites of them. So I will spend a little bit more money on a Corryvreckan, and I will reorder it regularly. Glenfarclas. Glenfarclas is one of my favorite, probably my favorite Highland whiskey for the price. So this is the 25 year, and it is just an amazing value. Normally I can get this for around $140, $150 for a bottle of 25-year-old Highland Scotch. That's really hard to beat. If you can get your hands on Glenfarclas, I do like their 12 also. That is even more affordable. I think it's more around the 40 to 50 range around me. And the 25, definitely worth it. If you like the 12, you've had the 12, you probably will like the 25. It's got more nuanced flavors. It's definitely aged well, and it is a favorite dram of mine, and I will pick it up, and I have picked it up over and over again. So as far as would I get it again? Yeah, definitely. That's a favorite of mine. It's always coming back. I love Glenfarclas. Highly recommended. It's like a trip down memory lane. Port Charlotte, heavily peated, Islay single malt. It's their 10-year, and this is a really bad cork. This is barely more. But this is one of my favorite whiskeys. It's 50% ABV, so you got 100 proof whiskey, a lot of flavor, a lot of peat. It's one of those go-to whiskeys, and I don't think it's that expensive, but it can be on the higher end. But because I really love it and I really love having it around, I always try to make sure that I have the Port Charlotte in my collection. And I highly recommend it if you like Bruichladdich, if you like their peated whiskeys. Good one. Port Charlotte, heavily peated. Excellent buy. So that's going to go in my favorite area. And what else? I've had these little guys around forever, and I don't know why I'm saving them. They're just the tester pack. Like if you want to try a few whiskeys, you can get these little 3-packs and whatever. And they're just nice to grab. If you're not sure if you like a whiskey, you can go ahead and grab these, try them out. Throw that out. And they're just little tiny bottles. I think these are all 50 milliliter. So a normal bottle is 750 or 700 milliliter if you're in the UK. So these are just tiny little bottles, the Glenfiddichs, 12, 15, and 18. And, you know, they're all right. And I'm glad I bought the sampler case because I don't think I was that in love with any of them. And maybe it's been too long and I need to try them again, but I'm just not inspired by the Glenfiddich lineup. And I've had these around. I've pretty much emptied them. I think if I remember right, the 15 was pretty good. That had a nice flavor to it. I never really priced the full bottles, so they're on my, I don't know, I should probably try them again list. So nothing here was really disastrous for me. The disastrous ones are probably still full bottles that I haven't gotten through yet. Now I have a lot of noise. So now I have, I can toss all these in recycling because I've shown them to you. I've given you the quick review of them. I hope that's been helpful to you. If it has, give me a like. Please subscribe, bang that bell so you get notified when new episodes come out. Let me know in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like to do differently. I'm going to have to sign off with something. I need to find a bottle with something in it. We'll go with my Laphroaig 10 because it's the one I may have screwed up on in my last video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed these quick whiskey review riffs. And until the next episode, stay safe. Take care of yourself and your family and your friends. And cheers. Bottle of boxes. It's going to be nice to get this box of bottles out of my dining room.